Good evening, and welcome to Pulse by Bloodline, iEnt. My guest this evening is Nevin Roach, CEO of Panograma Entertaiment, a PANIS, the champion Panograma Steel Orchestra Cats and Jammers. Welcome, Nevin, to Pulse by Bloodline.
Hi, Peter. Thank you for having me.
Hey, the pleasure is all mine, man. So Nevin, tell me something about Nevin Roach. Where you're born, where you come from, your family, that kind of thing.
Okay. I was actually born in Dominica, but I never spent any time there at all until I was born. Right. I spent all the days of my life growing up in Tobago. I went to the Black Rock Primary School, and there I went to the Bishop's High School, Tobago, where I had a ton of experiences and actually started to get exposed to the Steelpan, to the first time. That was around 2002. Then after I finished A-levels at Bishop, I then moved to Barbados so that I could do tertiary studies at the University of A bit about me, I am outgoing. I love music, naturally. I love it. I just love to have fun and be happy.
And what with the family, brothers, sisters, that kind of thing?
Well, I have one sister, an older sister. And yes, my mother, she raised us on our own with support from her brothers and sisters as well.
So a little boy growing up, what were your hobbies?
Well, I used to be in love with playing tennis at one point in time. That was actually my first love when we talk about sports. But I eventually got exposed to field hockey with the Current Hockey Club in Tobago. And part of my personality includes being personable. I love, engaging with a lot of people. So because hockey was a team sport, I gravitated towards playing field hockey. And, I kind of stuck with that much of my younger days.
Okay. Tell me something about the beginnings in Pan. What influenced you to turn to Pan?
Well, I was always involved in music. I started playing the piano from an early age, and I actually did the Trinity exams up until grade 2. So I have grade 2 certification with the piano. And I was about to do the grade 3 when my teacher at that time, she actually moved to another country. So, the piano kind of slapped off a bit. And I was studying music in school at Bishop's. So I was in a predicament where I was going to do CXC music, but because my tutor for piano, she left the country, and I didn't have that sense of continuation with the piano. My sister, she used to play the pan before me, and it was just coming home, seeing the pan there. I picked up the sticks, I hit around a bit on the notes. And the first I realized when I hit the notes, you're hitting the fifths and you go around the book and boom, 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 boom. I realized that, it sounded a bit like the national anthem of Trinidad and Tobago. So, I figured out a couple more notes, and I realized slowly but surely that I had a knack for it. And eventually I start, paying it a bit more attention. I participated in the Republic Bank and Miners musical program in Tobago, which used the Steelpan as an instrument. And from there, things grew. And, in 2006, that was when I made my debut in the National Panorama with Jammers. And coming from the Black Rock Primary School, that's a jammer based in Black Rock, So a lot of my friends were just down on me, man. Come and play Cats and Jammers. And I finally gave in, and I would never forget that year. It was an awesome experience. The semi-finals and, performing on the big stage and seeing our big bands and the jazz and so forth. So that's essentially how I got my start. I was the captain of the Bishop High School Steel Orchestra at that point. And then from there, when I got to Barbados, and studied at Naval, I joined up with the Mosaic Steel Orchestra here. I eventually became part of the executive management. And I also got a lot of opportunities to travel throughout the Caribbean, playing in various bands in the different countries, panoramas, and so forth.
So, Cats and Jammers is the only Trinidad and Tobago Steelpan you've played for?
No, I've played with others. Every time I come back, last year I played with Uptown Fascinators. I also played with Carib Dixieland, and that was because time was so limited. Coming over from Barbados, you don't have a lot of time to truly sync up with the band and take other music. I wanted to play with Pamberry, but that didn't happen because of time. I have played with Deltones already. I played with Southern Stars, Philharmonics. I played with Supernova this year when they
with a lot of bands.
So I mean, I've played with quite a number of bands. I just enjoy music.
With all these bands, who is some of your favorite arrangers, pan arrangers?
Pan arrangers, I absolutely love Duvon Stewart as an arranger. Amrit Samaru, I really admire Amrit as well. And over the course of the years, I mean, many arrangers have come and gone, but in this current moment, I tend to look towards the future. And you see people like Kush Ramsey and O.J. Richards, especially what O.J. did with I Don't Mind last year to win the small category. I mean, that was amazing.
Quite an achievement. Yeah.
And it augurs well for the future of Steelpan. These guys coming up are so talented. So I could go on and on about, some of the great arrangers, Ray Holman and all these guys, but I still take time to appreciate the now as well as important.
So we have like you mentioned a number of young panists who good arrangers and stuff like that. What about the young people and tuning the instrument? There does seem to be many young people getting into that area.
You don't see a lot of people getting into that area, you said?
Yeah, tuners, tuning. Tuners.
I can't speak extensively on the next generation of tuners. What I know for sure is Andy Niels, at Panmax, they have been trying to put together something where they pass on that knowledge to the younger ones, right? I'm not sure how formal it was, but I remember seeing some stuff on Facebook where they how to tune and so forth. And then I know of this group, Women in Steel. They actually do some stuff as it relates to tuning. So I'm not sure how extensive it is, but I know for a fact that some work is being done to bring the young to that realm as well.
What has been your favorite pan experience?
My favorite pan experience. One that stands out for me at this very moment would have to be winning the medium category with Cats and Jammers in 2012. Right? We played This Is Bacchanal that year, arranged by Edwin Pushat. The rest in peace. And it was, the emotions that year. We won the national finals. We won THA. Everybody was just on a high, So that was one of the moments I would never forget. And also winning in Antigua with Ebonites in 2014. Before they had not won a panorama since 1977.
Wow.
So knowing that I was brought there to help out with my technical ability and to play with them and finally get a panorama win, that was amazing. But all in all, I mean, just starting Panograma last year, that was everything that I've experienced in Pan.
Yeah. Tell me something about your career in Barbados. What do you do in Barbados?
I work with the University of the West Indies, KFL campus, and
in music?
No. I work with website maintenance, media advancement and so forth.
Okay. Do you think that Trinidad and Tobago still deserves the title of being the Mecca of fans?
Well, I can't really speak to that, because, the ins and outs of Steelpan in Trinidad and Tobago, I'm not really familiar with, right? So that is for the people to decide. We at this point in time, Panograma was a success last year. This is my contribution to Steelpan, and I'm going to try to do it to the best of my ability.
Well, I think you're doing a very good job, and I must congratulate you on what has happened thus far.
Thanks a lot.
You ever tried your hand at composing or arranging?
No.
Okay.
I mean, outside of CXC music, we did have to compose tunes and so forth to be graded, and I'm happy to say I did get a 2 in music. That was great. Put in a lot of work last minute, but for panoramas and so forth, no. I am a man of many talents, so I dabble in sports and a bunch of different things. So for me, where music and Steelpan is concerned, I've been quite happy to just travel when I get opportunities to play in different panoramas, to meet new people, to experience new cultures, and also to support bands wherever I can, to give up ideas and that kind of stuff.
Very good. Well, we've reached the part of our conversation. It's a fun part. It's a trivia part. I call it blood pressure. I ask you a couple of questions, and you give me, yea or nay, yes or no, kind of thing, So tell me, are you ready?
Well, I am here when you're ready.
Okay, I'm ready. Smoked herring or saltfish?
Saltfish.
Okay. Benebol or tulum?
Benebol.
Cassava or breadfruit?
Breadfruit with cheese.
Cricket or hockey?
Hockey, of course.
Mark Finger or Tommy Joseph?
Tommy Joseph.
Sheffets or KFC?
KFC, come now, man.
Pigeon Point or Accra Beach?
Pigeon Point.
Calypso or classics?
Yeah. Calypso.
Clyde Bradley or Jit Samuel?
Jit Samuel.
Okay. How your blood pressure going? All right.
Everything good here over here.
Right. So you answer the blood pressure. The blood pressure question is very good. Tell me something about the genesis of Panograma and some of the high points of Panograma. There's 2 editions you've had so far. Tell me about the genesis of it and some of the high points.
How it started last year?
Yeah.
Last year, as everybody knows, we were all on lockdown, because of COVID-19, we couldn't go anywhere. And live entertainment for us, well, for me in particular, was hopping from live stream to live stream on Instagram, on Facebook, And I've done some live entertainment. I thought, well, I haven't seen anybody done something that entertaining, for the Steelpan, So I thought, well, I could do something for fun. And the initial thinking was, to bring the entertaining vibe, just the entertaining vibe of a panorama to Instagram. Quick maths, panorama plus Instagram is panorama. Where I was, hosting an international competition. I got the idea on a Monday. The Thursday of that very same week, I had a flyer out advertising it. I had a website up and everything. I just wanted to go through with the idea because it was timely. It could have been dated as well, because if the world opened back up, then nobody would be home to see Instagram Live to be fun. So it was a thing, I guess, that I did it when I did it. And apart from just wanting to bring some entertainment, I also wanted to help Panis in some way, because during that time when people couldn't go out to play gigs and so forth, you can't earn money as you would earn. So, thankfully through the kind donations of viewers, of course, myself dipping into my own pocket.
I can imagine.
We were able to make a sizable donation to Panchen Bigo, Social Prosperity Fund, which is to help those people in need in the Steelpan community, right? And it was such a huge success. It exceeded all my expectations last year. I didn't expect to get so much coverage in the press, and when somebody showed me an article written by Peter Blood, I was like, wow. Panograma, I was so grateful. I mean, to get Trinidad, in Guyana, in Antigua, and those kind of things. It was amazing, and it was well received by people throughout the international Steelpan community. And one of the high points for me last year, just being on the live while President of Panchen Bigo gave remarks before the start of the fight. That's a moment that I would never forget.
So what is the future of Panograma?
Well, I can tell you, we're definitely going to continue doing big things. We're going to continue growing and improving. One of the things I'm very passionate about is youth development. So you would have noticed this year, there was a Knowledge for Success series that was added to school. Right. In that, we had Professor Liam Teague, Natasha Joseph, and Mr. Stephon Campbell, and they delivered webinars on career guidance, musical development, personal and professional development. Because I believe that these are all things that are important for the next generation coming up. What a lot of people like about the competition is that they get to see and hear talent that they haven't heard or seen. The platform poses the up and coming generation of pianists, of arrangers, of soloists, and that kind of stuff. So the idea is definitely to build on that educational arm next year, and of course make tweaks to improve the overall production where improvements can be different processes in the background and stuff like that. I definitely intend to. I've already started putting in a lot of work for next year. It's gonna be amazing.
After COVID-19 and we're back outdoors and some degree of normalcy returns, do you see yourself taking Panograma to the big stage as a big outdoor production?
Definitely.
Okay.
I mean, it's stage. I mean, doing it virtually is good for now, but I can tell you, man, I've looked 5 to 10 years down the road, and I can see in excess of 10,000 people in the stadium for the finals of the Panograma. Imagine that.
I agree with you.
So everything will come in its time. Now it's just a matter of navigating COVID-19 and ensuring that the production continuously improves with every year that it comes.
Tell me something. What has COVID-19 taught you most about yourself?
Well, to be honest, before Panograma last year, I was having a very rough time as it relates to COVID, because I am not an indoors person. I'm not one to be at home a lot. I'm always out and about doing something, playing a sport or working with one of the teams, and it was very difficult for me to cope with having to stay home. And then with Panograma, that gave me, a new sense of purpose and a new reason to exist, and just to continue doing something positive, and all the positive feedback that I got from people who watched, the joy that the event was able to bring to them, that helped to bring me back to where I was before, a lot of positive thinking and stuff like that. So, COVID really reminded me that even though things might seem very bad at the moment, there is always a silver lining in every cloud. and it's up to us as individuals to sit and try to identify the positives that come from a bad situation. And once you are able to do that, you find yourself thinking on totally different levels that you haven't thought on before. And that your overall mental strength and your overall mental health, it improves drastically. So one of my biggest takeaways coming out of COVID, going through the lockdown, because what you all experiencing in Trinidad and Tobago, we did that, we had days where we couldn't go on the road at all. That was it. Just bathe, eat on your computer, laptop. So I think that I'm a point now where almost nothing can knock my mentality. If somebody wanted to talk negatively about me or whatever I'm doing, it's like, okay, whatever,
Yeah, I know. Tell me something about Pan Motion.
Well, Pan Motion is bringing the Steelpan sailing through the, oh gosh, I can't even remember this thing. You put me on the spot. But, Pan Motion.
That's another production, right?
Yes.
That you're doing.
Yes. So Pan Motion will be bringing the Steelpan in the virtual ocean. Oh gosh, I have to get that right. You see, my head is still caught up in Panograma.
I can imagine. But when I expect to start Pan Motion, do you have one this year?
Yes, definitely. So that is started to start next month, actually. So I'm just trying to finalize with the performers.
July.
Yeah, yes, July. Right. So Pan Motion will be bringing the motion in the Steelpan ocean. Right. That's the tagline.
Right.
And yeah, it's a simple virtual concert series that I started last year on the heels of the competition. And I must big up Renegades, BP Renegade Steel Orchestra, because I've gotten some influence from them. They're doing Beat the Pandemic series, a wonderful at the point in time. And I saw how doing a virtual concert series for Panograma, would have helped keep the brand out there and stuff like that. And it was well received, and people have been asking, since Panograma is finished, tell me you're going to do Pan Motion again, and after it's gonna come. So definitely next month, July, it will happen. I have not pinned down the exact dates as yet. But anybody who is interested, just like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, subscribe to us on YouTube, just search for Panograma. You can't miss the content. Click like, click follow, share the content, and Pan Motion will definitely be on some next month.
I have just one more question for you. But before I ask you that question, I'm offering you this platform. Are there any people that you'd like to thank for the success of NLCB Panograma 2021?
Definitely, man. So many people contributed to the success of this. I have to thank sponsors, of course, the National Control Board of Trinidad and Tobago. Tobago has been there from inception. The Steelpan, the number one Steelpan uphold, the Mallet Cooperators General Insurance Limited here in Barbados, because the Steelpan's Enso Music Designs, Camino Caribbean, and of course Retech Media Limited. Those are some of the main sponsors. Leandro Norrie, Lino Simmons, Renee Sion, Willa Pierre Jr., Wendy Jones, so many people, the adjudication of the media, everybody who really put in the work to make this a success this year.
I think it was a real success, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Very, 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 very beautiful production and everything. So the final question is, where does Nevin Roach see Nevin Roach in 20 years' time?
In 20 years' time, Peter, to be honest, I just see myself being very happy. Right? Ultimately, in life, I want to be comfortable. I want to be happy, and I want to be able to enjoy life. Because we can sit and talk about, okay, in 20 years, I want Panograma to be $1 million competition or what have you. I want, Steelpan to be this and that and the next, and that is normal for us as human beings to expect and to want, But I'm a simple guy when it comes down to it, and I just see being happy, being content with life, being happy with all the hard work that I've put in, knowing that I'm able to help people whenever I could. And that's essentially where I see myself in 20 years.
Nevin, I must thank you, and I wish you every success in the future.
I appreciate those kind words, and thank you for having me on your platform. It was a pleasure to be here.
The pleasure is all mine. You have been looking at Pulse by Bloodline on iEnt Live. My guest this evening was Nevin Roach, panelist and CEO of Panograma Entertainment. Ciao.